And it concerns Newcastle United and Burnley, because our information is that Burnley have rejected a £27 million offer from Newcastle United for the goalkeeper, James Trafford. The 22-year-old has been in sensational form for Scott Parker's side, hasn't he? 29 clean sheets in the Championship. He's been absolutely outstanding. However, the offer has been rejected. Now, this is a long-standing admiration from Eddie Howe in the goalkeeper. He's been on the radar of Eddie Howe and his team for some time. However, the offer is not deemed to be acceptable as far as Burnley are concerned. There's still a huge gap in the valuation between what Burnley are looking for and what Newcastle United are willing to pay. However, the talks do continue. So therefore, the fact that they're continuing maybe means there can be some common ground to get this one over the line.
Yeah, Burnley fans will be tearing their hair out. Promoted with the best defence in the land last season. They've already lost defender CJ Egan-Riley. He's gone to Marseille. As for James Trafford, though, this is a confident lad, isn't he? Last season, his boss, Scott Parker, said he's world-class. And when the journalist said to him, Scott Parker says you're world-class, he replied, I know I'm world-class. That's what Newcastle want to bring in through the door, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. They want someone who's confident. They want someone who's got self-belief. They want someone who can deal with the weight of expectation for playing at a club like Newcastle United. Those big sides in the Premier League, you cannot just walk in and be a shrinking violet. You have to have that self-belief and that confidence. And there's no question that James Trafford has that. The run that he had at Burnley last season was phenomenal. He pulled out some unbelievable saves at times. He's been in amongst the England senior squad as well. He's only 22 years old and he carries himself with the kind of aura of someone who's 32. Obviously had a little bit of Premier League experience with Burnley before, was a big part of Vincent Kompany's side before he decided to make a change between the sticks at the back end of the season that they got relegated. But clearly he's had a lot of experience now in the Championship and still has a lot to offer. This is the same Eddie Howe that plucked a young lad called Aaron Ramsdale from the Sheffield United under-18s and then was patient on his journey as he became not only the Bournemouth #1, but then the Arsenal #1. So Eddie Howe has a track record alongside his recruitment staff of finding really talented young goalkeepers. Be interesting to see how this one finishes up. Our information is it's around £27 million, that offer that's been rejected. Be interesting to know what Burnley are looking for. Probably 35 to 40. But there is still quite a gap at the moment. So, yeah, one to keep an eye on, but significant news as far as Newcastle United fans are concerned. Still desperate to make that first big money signing of the summer. It feels like they're getting closer, but not just yet.